Welcome inside the Dalplex Fieldhouse on the campus of Dalhousie University here in Halifax. It's Tigers basketball on AUS TV. Tonight the Tigers welcome in the 3-0 St. Francis Xavier X-Men. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Pat Naring, Vince Williams on hand. And the Tigers looking to bounce back after a tough loss on the road on Wednesday night, losing to the aforementioned X-Men 75-74. And it took a three-pointer down the stretch for STFX to escape with a home win, and a Tigers that had an opportunity to win it at the end of the game. Lydell Husbands-Brown had a good look, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Dalhousie had their chances at the end. Of course, same as always with Coach Plato, it's about executing offensively and defensively. I mean, getting that shot, they got the chance. They just need to knock it down. St. Avexo, they're a tough team. Very, very athletic, great shooting team. And it'll be a good matchup here tonight. I see some changes to the Dalhousie lineup in terms of, like, Murphy is in, Christie is back in, Best goes to the bench rather than in a starting position. So Coach Plato is trying to find that magic formula in terms of his best five and how they can start games quickly and get themselves going in a game.
Now, if you're STFX, you're without your league MVP, your All-Canadian tonight, leading the conference in 25 points per game, and that's DJ Jackson, unable to go tonight. So Coach Tyrell Vernon, he told us before this game that he'll start two freshmen tonight in that starting lineup. Jeff Ngandu also unavailable. Ngandu, the big man that plays a lot of force inside, meaning he can rebound, he can defend, he can block shots, he can change things on the defensive side, and offensively he can score as well. But the big story is DJ Jackson. Personally, last year, I thought he was the best collegiate player in this country, and rightfully so. To me, he should have won National Player of the Year.
Yeah, Jackson is next-level player. Huge loss for X to have to play here away tonight without him. But, I mean, injury is always part of the game in AUS and any university sport. Teams have to adapt. Other players have to step up. This is the opportunity, like you said, two freshmen in the starting lineup. This is the opportunity for Nair and Wise both to step up and make a name for themselves.
So let's send it over to the public address announcer, Riley Paris, for the starting lineups. So it's the Tigers and the X-Men here for the second time in the last 4 days. As mentioned, a very good basketball game on Wednesday night in Antigonish. Tigers falling 75-74. And the starting lineups brought to you by Under Armour. Graham Roach draws into the starting lineup. Riar, Husbands-Brown, Caleb Stewart and Riley Stewart will also get the start for the first time, as the Twins will start for Rick Plato here, try to shake things up. And on the other side for STFX, it's Frayne, Wise, Webley, Nair, and Thomas. Frayne and Wise, the two freshmen, will get the start for STFX. And the tap controlled by the Tigers. Here's Husbands-Brown, who had 10 points in that loss on Wednesday night. Riley Stewart led the way with 20 points for the Tigers. DJ Jackson led the way with 22 as the aforementioned Riley Stewart picks up where he left off on Wednesday night. Banks the shot off the glass and in. The 6'6" junior from Stevensville, Ontario.
And he's turning into a prolific scorer here in the AUS League.
Nice baseline drive and finish by Phoenix Wise, the 6'5 freshman from Toronto. And it was Owen Frayne who knocked down that three-pointer to give St. FX the win, the freshman from Cambridge, Ontario. Here's Graham Roach. He'll retreat dribble. And that's knocked away.
And that's a foul.
And actually, that was Nicholas Nair who had that shot go on the baseline, a 6'5" freshman from Hamilton, Ontario. So we said two freshmen. They got three freshmen in there starting. Graham Roach, freshman from Montreal. Can't go up and over. Big presence there inside was Jaden Webley, the fourth-year senior from Calgary, Alberta. And Coat Thomas will go to the line to shoot two. That foul will be on Caleb Stewart. That's his first, team first.
And a chance for us to go over our keys to the game for Dalhousie here tonight against St. FX. First of all, offensive execution. We've seen that over and over. Plato drills that in. He has his set patterns he likes his players to be using. Defend the shooters. Without Jackson, there's a bit of a less of a shooting threat for X, but they still have a raft of very good shooters. They got to get out and defend the shooters and limit the turnovers. The Tigers have played a little bit like a rookie team in the first few games of the season, and their turnovers ratio has been much too high.
Lane violation on a couple free throws there by Coat Thomas. Shoots it at 65%. Thomas there for three, that won't go. St. FX went 10 for 41 from three-point range in that victory. Tigers with 8 of 18. And right on cue, Caleb Stewart knocks down the first three-pointer of the game for the Tigers. Here's Thomas. Frayne now. Trying to take Riar off the bounce, left the floater short. And a one and done for St. FX. Here's Husbands Brown leading the break. Graham Roach got away with a travel there on the baseline, but Riley Stewart couldn't corral it in the corner.
And that's not the style of offensive execution that Coach Plato's looking for, a wild pass like that.
St. FX averaging 87 points per game in comparison to Dalhousie's 70 points per game. But you got to look at 25 of those 87 points not available tonight. So they'll look for offense from others. Baseline drive and turnover by Wise. Husbands Brown to Stewart, a tough take by Riley Stewart.
And Stewart, tough take to the basket against two big defenders.
So Husbands Brown leading the break. Stewart the beneficiary on that 2-on-1. Here's Frayne. Lob pass, not there. Nice catch by Phoenix Wise, and he'll get a warning for a delay of game as Phoenix Wise.
Yeah,
the 6'5"
really
freshman
nice catch
from Toronto.
That was a tough pass to catch. Got it on the way down, straight back up, scores an easy two.
Husbands Brown blow by, gets in the lane, sprays it out. Caleb Stewart to his brother Riley. He'll kick it out. Husbands Brown will dial up the three-pointer. That won't go. And a rebound by Dakota Lewis, the 6'5", fourth-year senior from Toronto. Wise saves it on the baseline. Nair try to corral it, so 12 on the shot clock.
And a little bit too frantic here, I think, for Coach Plato. He wants to slow this tempo down a little bit. In comes Thompson. Add a little bit more muscle to the boards.
So Austin Thompson, coming off the bench tonight for the Tigers. Wise gets inside, can't get it to fall. Lewis might have gotten away with a push in the back on Thompson. And another offensive rebound here. And a couple free throws coming up for the freshman Wise.
And we saw the effect of the offensive rebounds for the STFX women to get them over the line there at the end of the game. So Dalhousie has to be aware of that threat.
Wise knocks down the first, a 65% free throw shooter on the season. And the freshmen go 1 for 2. Here's Husbands-Brown. Husbands-Brown looking for the screen from Thompson. Sprays it into the corner to Riar. He's chased off the line by Frayne. Now Caleb Stewart trying to get downhill, gets Wise in the air, but it'll be called for too many steps.
One pump fake too many.
Matt Pennell will come in, the fifth-year senior from St. John's, Newfoundland. Had 15 points off the bench for Tyrell Vernon in that victory on Wednesday night. And Frayne will be called for the walk.
Pennell coming in, he's always been a very steady performer through his whole career, very consistent. Good shooter. He's a go-to guy on the offense.
So turnover number 2 by STFX. Tigers trying to capitalize. Thompson in no man's land. Drives in the lane on Lewis. Has the advantage. But Austin can't convert. Left it short at the rim. Thomas trying to turn the corner. Draws the double. Great hands defensively by Thompson. He makes up for the miscue on the offensive end. Now Husbands-Brown will walk it up over the timeline. They're leaving Thompson wide open from three-point range. Riar posted up Frayne. Thompson slashes and he'll be fouled. And he'll shoot 2.
Thompson has worked on his foul shots at all. He's only 50% so far this season, but certainly something he has room to improve on.
Yes, Thompson, the 6'10 sophomore from Newmarket, Ontario. Tigers as a team shoots it at 63% for the free throw line. Shooting 38% from field goal range. As Thompson misses the first. And he'll go 1 for 2.
He's got that little hitch step in his delivery there on the free throws. I'm sure Coach Plato will work that out for him.
So Tarek Armstrong in the game now, the 6'1 junior from London, Ontario. Here's Armstrong. Frayne for 3. Won't go. Nair with the offensive rebound. And he'll throw it away. Punching it out is Riar. And chased down by Caleb Stewart. Great hustle there to keep it alive. Caleb Stewart in the corner for 3. Left that three-pointer short. Now Armstrong trying to get into the open floor on the break. Riar getting back on defense. Here's Nair. Spins on Thompson. Pennell three-pointer. That won't fall. And a good block out by Caleb Stewart as Lewis slimes over his back.
Those are the kind of fouls you need to avoid if you want to stay out of the penalty.
So Parker will come in for the Tigers. Webley will check back for STFX. Here's Parker. Caleb Stewart. Kick out, three-pointer. Riley unable to get it to fall. Now Frayne for STFX. He'll spin on Husbands-Brown. He'll feed it inside the Webley. Nice catch by the big man, and the sky hook is there.
Ooh, nice soft hands by Webley.
So Jaden Webley able to get his first field goal to go. 1-point game. Here's Riley Stewart. Pennell, tough on the ball defense. Steals it from Stewart. Armstrong gets inside. Floater game there.
X grabs the lead with that basket.
So a low-scoring affair up to this point. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Parker wanted the DHO, the Husbands-Brown. Husbands-Brown got to get busy. Gets Frayne in the air and banks it in. Yeah. Beautiful move by Lydell Husbands-Brown.
There's rookie against veteran. Veteran wins.
Husbands-Brown, the fourth-year senior from Halifax. Captain, last year's team MVP. Husbands-Brown, two-time AUS champion. Frayne spins, he'll drop it off inside. Nice catch and reverse by Nair.
Now he has to lock down that inside defense. They're giving up way too many easy baskets from the post position.
Parker. Pennell just leaving him out there beyond three-point range. Thompson with the reverse. Nice catch and soft hands around the rim by the big man, Austin Thompson.
Yeah, you see a couple principal changes. Husbands-Brown basically playing sole point guard. Dalhousie's gone big with 4 forwards, a center and 3 forwards. Lydell Husbands-Brown to run that point. Looks like he's going to get a break now. Best coming in, but
yeah, he'll go straight to the bench. Seems to be favoring that left thumb is Husbands-Brown. Naturally a left-hander. Webley, who battled inside on Thompson. A couple free throws coming up here for the fourth-year senior. Knocks down the first. Webley, his first free throws of the season, believe it or not. And he'll go 1 for 2. Thompson with the rebound.
Our first look at Best tonight running the point.
Ukiah gets inside, sprays it out to Parker. Nice catch by Jaden. Thompson battling for that offensive rebound, but it's ripped away by Phoenix Wise. Armstrong, and that's off the back foot. It might have hit James Murphy, who's come into the game, along with Jacob Christie. So Christie, the freshman from Fredericton, New Brunswick. The brother of Malcolm Christie. We'll say it pretty much every time the broadcast. Malcolm Christie, one of the all-time greats for this Tigers program, taking his great game down south in NC2A at Oregon State. Here's his brother Jacob on the run out. Jacob step through, beautiful move. Strong move and finish with the left hand.
His first 2 points here at home, I believe.
And a freshman able to give the Tigers back the lead. Here's Nair for 3, won't go. Best with the rebound. Murphy. Now Best will get it back. Best gets inside, rejected, and that's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, welcome to the AUS, especially playing inside against those big guys. There's Christie, unlucky not to get the call.
Took it right to Armstrong on that transition. Here's Best. He'll retreat dribble. Armstrong, step for step with him. Post move by Thompson. Best got to get busy. He'll fire for 3. That won't go. Batted around, kept alive, but Wise will rip down the rebound. Now STFX will look to run. Armstrong, good on the ball defense by Best. Armstrong gets inside, sprays it out the Nair for 3, and the freshman leaves that one short. So after knocking down his first three-pointer, he's 0 for 2 in the last 2 attempts. Here's Best. George Julius is in there. Nice pass by Dimitri Thompson. And Thompson displaying some beautiful hands on the baseline. It's a
nice
big man.
hands, great catch. Got the shot away.
He is making a living right now in this first quarter in the dunker spot, Pat.
Yeah, for sure, and that's where he should be. Now, if he can just get the hitch out of this foul shot.
First one rims out.
$13.8, DAL up by 2 here in the first quarter. It's been all action.
Thompson, who shoots it at 50% from the free throw line and misses a second, and then block out by Thomas and George Julius. And is that a lane violation? Perhaps it is. Yes,
Yeah.
Thomas too quick to get in there to try to block out. But George Julius somehow got knocked into Thomas. So Coat will go to the other side now, and he'll block out Thompson. But Thompson misses it again. Here's Wise trying to get downhill. The freshman gets right to the rim, and that's knocked away by Christie. So Parker comes in for Thompson.
And I don't know if you noticed, Vince, but looks like Parker's been pushed out onto that, more into that wing, cut inside on the dribble. I'm not sure that's his game.
Webley leaves it short. Pennell forces up the three. That won't go. And after 10 minutes, the Tigers surviving. They have a 2-point lead. We're back after these messages. Stay with us. You're watching Tiger Basketball on AUS TV. Back in Halifax, fans, get ready. Basketball is back in its championship time. The 2026 Bell AUS Basketball Championships presented by G-Series are coming back to the Scotiabank Center in Halifax, February 20 to the 22nd. Be there as the best in the AUS men's and women's basketball battle it out for the conference titles and a trip to the Nationals. Ticket packages are on sale now. Visit aushoops.ca for full event and ticket information. So aushoops.ca, good look at Rick Plato in his 12th season. And it was last year they didn't make the playoffs, and only the second time in his tenure here at Dalhousie not making the playoffs.
Yeah, inevitable that teams cycle through, your best years. And, losing Christie and Gala and Mae all with 1 year left was obviously an insurmountable hurdle. Although Liddell Hudson's-Brown did his best to keep them in contention, and Riar is probably the second best player on the team right now.
And he was hurt.
He was hurt.
The latter part of last year, and they only really missed the playoffs by 1 or 2 games. There was an opportunity that they had to go on the road and beat Acadia. UNB.
UNB,
and they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Tough place to go and win if you have to win, UNB.
UNB picked in the coaches pool to win the conference this year. Very strong start for Joe Salerno and the Reds. But they will be challenged throughout this year for sure, including the playoffs.
Yeah, certainly UNB has some nicely experienced players that can score the ball.
Marcus Barnes leading the way. Matthias Muscroft, also a primetime player for the Reds, as Armstrong ties it up at 14. A low-scoring first 10 minutes here at the Fieldhouse. Armstrong, Thomas, along with Frayne, Wise, and Neer will start this second period. Here's Riley Stewart's three-pointer. He left it short, and that's Caleb. And Riley's out there as well to start the quarter. Original starting lineup for Rick Plato, as Graham Roach drew into the starting lineup tonight as well.
Both Riley and Caleb need to be hitting those threes if they're going to be in this starting lineup. That's their shot. It went a little cold here towards the end of the first quarter.
Another offensive rebound for St. FX, as Phoenix Wise will draw another foul, and he'll go back to the free throw line. That's the 5th offensive rebound for St. FX, into comparison of none for Dalhousie up to this point.
That could be a huge difference maker in this game. They need to be aware that we'll hear from Coach Barry at halftime how they're going to deal with that, and you'll be talking to Coach Rooney from St. FX right at the end of the first half.
So Wise will knock down the first. Freshman shooting at 65% from the free throw line. And he'll go 1 for 2. Another offensive rebound. Frayne three-pointer won't go. So Owen Frayne struggling from downtown. Had the game winner on Wednesday night from three-point range.
That's a foul on Riley Stewart there.
So that'll be his second. As Graham Roach will check out. So Rick Plato rolling the dice. He'll leave Riley out there. Let's just double check to see how many personal fouls. He does have 2. Phoenix Wise for 3 as Caleb Stewart left him wide open. I mean, it was a good 14 feet away from him. Riar, back door. Nice catch by Riley, but he can't control it. His last touch by Stewart.
Murphy making his way back in. And he does give Riley Stewart a break.
Riley, who led the way with 20 points on Wednesday night for the Tigers. Here's Frayne. Thomas
Tigers
trying to get downhill. Nice backdoor cut by Wise, but they can't make the connection as Thomas and Wise.
It was a great cut through the back of the zone. The pass was there, just not of high enough quality for him to catch and shoot.
So a slow start in this second period for the Tigers. Rick Plato calls timeout to try to just get them to, back in order here.
He's got a good defensive combination out there, but certainly lacks scoring punch right now. And they've got to take care of those. They can't allow St. FX to dominate on the offensive rebound.
Yes, St. FX doing the job. Crashing the glass. Sees a point of emphasis for Tyrell Vernon in his 5th season. Taking over for the great Steve Konchowski.
Not little shoes to fill there.
It was about,
I believe, Coach
11
Konchowski's
seconds
in the
away
house here
from a
tonight.
national championship was Tyrell Vernon.
Have you seen Coach Konchowski at any of the games? Probably at the X game.
Don't believe he's in the building tonight. You might be pointing out somebody else from St. FX over there in the corner. I know you're looking, but it doesn't look like Coach Konchowski.
No.
Tiger basketball out of the timeout. Riar, Husbands, Brown, Murphy, Parker, and Caleb Stewart on the floor for Rick Plato. That ball coming right into.
Was that the quick hands of
the
producer
quick
Andy?
hands. Andrew Pickup, boy, protecting the gear.
Good defense, Andy.
He knows what's up. Stewart will trigger it, sideline out for the Tigers. Here's Husbands Brown. Gets inside on Armstrong. He'll get it back. He'll get the work. Nice pass inside the Parker. Rejected by Thomas from behind. Here's Nicholas Nair. Nicholas Nair couldn't finish with the right hand. Now we'll get it over the line. And Spencer's fouled by Phoenix Wise.
That's a bit of a weak foul. Didn't move his feet. Coaches hate those kind of fouls.
Husbands Brown. Step back. He'll give it up. Murphy will heave it for three. Got it! James Murphy beating the shot clock, but he can hit that shot as James Murphy. His first three-pointer on the season.
Now that'll gain some confidence for him. Take that shot.
Armstrong drops it off. Nair smokes the layup, but Armstrong able to find a loose ball, and Frayne finally knocks down a three-pointer.
And again, Dalhousie suffers on the boards.
1 for 5 from downtown is Owen Frayne. He's 1 for 6. Nice backdoor cut. Caleb Stewart banks it in. Jaden Parker finding Caleb Stewart. Backdoor. Tigers take back a 1-point lead. Thomas, three-pointer. Won't fall. Chased down by Riar. Riar now. Riar will get it back. Parker with the catch. That 12-foot jumper won't go. Near for three. That won't fall. Wise with another offensive rebound. Muscles it up and in.
Well, it'll be interesting to Coach Barry about how they're going to handle their defensive rebounding situation, because right now the X-Men are dominating that board.
8 offensive rebounds for St. FX. As Tyrell Vernon will call timeout with 5:57 remaining here in the second period, leading it by 1.
And it's hard to think two very good, experienced AUS teams here. 19 points for the Tigers, 20 for the X-Men. I mean, that's a pretty low score for this point in the game.
We talked about it, 87 points per game for St. FX in comparison to 70 for Dalhousie.
Well, they have 67 points to go to make it to their average.
Well, 25 points left in Antigonish, I would say. DJ Jackson not making the trip here.
Yeah. We hope he's feeling better after this and is able to get himself back on the court, because the AUS, really, the fans in the AUS love watching great players, and he's a great player.
Yes, the All-Canadian first team. AUS MVP DJ Jackson, the 6'3", fourth-year senior from Mississauga, Ontario. Unable to go tonight.
He was a CEBL player this summer.
Sure was. So it will be the free throw here for Phoenix Wise after muscling up that and one on Parker.
65% shooter from the line from Toronto, Ontario. And we know that the Toronto people will be glued to the screen in 15 minutes.
As Wise can't convert the and one, Graham Roach with the rebound. Best, nice backdoor cut, and he sneaks it up and in.
Rookie to rookie.
Standing backdoor cut by Ukiah Best, the freshman from Montreal. Here's Frayne. Gets inside on Best. George Julius with the rebound. And Dimitri will get it to Best.
Discipline.
Best gets inside. Lays it up and in.
Back-to-back layups for Best. Coming alive.
Tigers by 3. Approaching the midway point. Alongside Pat Naring, Vince Williams on hand. Frayne gets inside. He'll lay it up and in. Explosive move by the freshman. Three-pointer, and Thomas will foul Riley Stewart That's Caleb Stewart. That won't be the last time I mix the twins up.
He probably won't be the first or last.
So 3 free throws coming up for Caleb Stewart, getting the start tonight alongside his brother, Riley.
And both of which are good shooters from the foul line.
Knocks down the first. Had a good game off the bench. Was Caleb Stewart at 7 points. Strong on the second. And he'll have one more. Matt Pennell back out there for STFX. He was outstanding off the bench, as mentioned, on Wednesday night. And Caleb will go 2 for 3 on that trip. Tigers by 3. Webley, good strong post up on Graham Roach. And he'll force Isaiah to climb over his back. That'll be his second. Jacob Christie will come in for Isaiah Graham Roach. So freshman for freshman.
Totally different type of players, though. Graham Roach, big, strong inside player. Christie is that athletic outside shooter.
Nice catch on that inbound by Webley. He'll lay it up and in. Christie, three-pointer, and Thomas again fouls the shooter from beyond the arc.
Thomas needs to leave that shooter a place to land, and that's probably what those 2 calls were all about.
And that's his second.
Getting in underneath his feet, that's going to be an automatic call.
So Christie with 3 free throws. Knocks down the second as Phoenix Wise will come in for STFX.
Looks like he might have shot a few in the driveway over the years.
And he'll knock down 3 straight free throws.
Yeah, nice looking shot too.
4-point lead for the Tigers. Frayne gets it over the timeline. Here's Nair, he'll clear out and take George Julius inside. That'll rim out, and Dimitri George Julius with the rebound. And let's see who will be called for the reach. Is it on Wise? No, it's on Webley.
And we're going to the free throw line.
So Dimitri George Julius will shoot 2. I didn't see a foul on Webley.
Yeah, it's a big
there.
penalty for a very small contact.
Dimitri knocks it down, though.
He didn't hesitate. He just grabbed that and shot it in.
And the sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario, knocking down both free throws. Tigers are now 8 of 12 from the free throw line. 6-point lead, their largest. Here's Webley posting up on Murphy. Bullies his way inside. Another offensive rebound for Phoenix Wise. Here's Best, gets inside. He'll drop it off to George Julius. Not there. Big man Webley denying.
He definitely changed that shot up.
Frayne fouled by Christie, and Owen will shoot 2.
Both teams now in the penalty for the last 3.5 minutes of this half.
Tigers call timeout at 3:31. Frayne with a couple of free throws. Coming up out of the timeout, a 66% free throw shooter is Owen Frayne. Frayne leading the way with, Phoenix Wise leading the way with 8 points. Frayne looking to make .6 and 7 with those free throws. Tigers being led up to this point by Caleb Stewart with 7, Jacob Christie off the bench with 5, and Ukiah Best with 4.
Yeah, Christie with 1 from the corner and 3 from the line.
Dalhousie shooting it 42% from the floor, 10 made field goals on 25 attempts, 2 of 7 from downtown. In comparison to St. FX's 11 made field goals on 32 attempts. They are struggling from three-point range. 1 of 13 is St. FX. Coming into this game, they've made 22 three-pointers on a 90 attempts, shooting it at 38% in comparison to Dalhousie's 29% from three-point range.
And quite a surprisingly small crowd here tonight, but not surprisingly, I suppose. Everybody's home for Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah, kind of an important night for baseball and sports in this country. As Frame knocks down the first, and he'll knock down the second. 2-point lead for the Tigers. Husbands Brown.
You're good.
Christie three-pointer. Had a good look. Batted out by George Julius. So Dimitri battling on the glass. Husbands Brown. Sprays it over to George Julius. He's got to get busy and he'll throw it away into his bench.
Yeah, George Julius, he's twice got his hands on the ball there in that sequence. Both were passes, one made, one missed. Probably not his strength in the offensive set.
So an opportunity to tie it up or take the lead here on this possession for St. FX. Webley stolen from behind by Husbands Brown. Best attacking. And Best will be called for the offensive foul as Matt Pennell getting back in transition.
Coach Plato got a warning on that one. We'll see that was a, you have to let that shooter land, and he's.
And it looked like Coach Plato might have a huge case in regards to that block charge call on Best. Pennell off the Iverson cut. Pennell cut off by Christie. He'll have to retreat. Nair, baseline drive on George Julius, and he'll draw the foul on Dimitri. And Nicholas Nair will shoot 2.
Murphy coming back in for the Tigers. Taking George Julius.
So George Julius will pick up his first. Tigers over the limit, so is St. FX. Knocks down the first. And the 6'5" freshman from Hamilton, Ontario will knock down both. And we're tied at 30. Here's Best, turns the corner. And that would have been a outstanding bounce pass to Thompson, waiting in that dunker spot.
And Coach Plato electing to go with both Best and Hudson's Brown, which I think is a good combination. And once they two can gel and work together.
Murphy three-pointer. James 1 for 2 from distance. Now St. FX looking to get the lead. And Webley playing bully ball inside on Murphy.
Yeah, I was going to. That mismatch is not in favor of Murphy, that's for sure.
Best gets it back off the handoff. Murphy three-pointer. Rushed it, chased after his own miss. Wise with another rebound for St. FX. Pennell blow by. off the glass and in, and that was a gorgeous move in transition.
A veteran move by Pennell to go past Best. First-year player, hasn't seen him go past him like that before.
Here's Husbands Brown. Shot clock winding down. Husbands Brown for three. That'll rim out. Had a good look from distance was Lydell Husbands Brown. Now here's Frame. He'll turn the corner, gets inside, lays it up and in. Explosive move by Owen Frame with the finger roll. Husbands Brown turns it over. X-Men have numbers in transition. Nair might have gotten away with a push-off. And Nicholas Nair will go back to the free throw line and shoot two more.
Yeah, there's a lot of free hand action there. We'll have a look at the replay.
So 49.2 remaining.
Made some space for himself with that free hand.
Armstrong checks in. And the first time we'll see Ajuma, Giovanni Ajuma, the sophomore from Winnipeg, Manitoba, wearing number 10 for the Tigers, will check in.
Yeah, we saw him a lot more minutes than the previous game, and he made a case for good minutes for himself, especially on the defensive end. So I'm sure Coach Plato's got him going in to play defense.
So a timeout. Tigers trailing the X-Men by 4. The freshman there will shoot 2 out of the timeout. Good look at Tyrell Vernon, the head coach for the X-Men, in their huddle.
Both teams trying to execute down the stretch here to end the half.
So 2 more free throws here for Nicholas. His second trip to the free throw line. Knocks down the first. He'll go 1 for 2. Wise with another offensive rebound. And Phoenix Wise, our first look at this freshman, has been outstanding on the glass on the offensive end in this first half.
Yeah, they have been, but Dalhousie has to really get into that locker room at halftime and figure this out because they cannot give up this many offensive rebounds.
If you can believe what I'm about to tell you, you might not. That was the 13th rebound for Phoenix Wise. He's working on a double-double here. And he'll knock down the first of 2 free throws.
He's not the biggest player on the floor, but he certainly knows where the ball's going.
And the 6'5" freshman from Toronto hits his 10th point, so he's got a double-double in the first half. Pushes the lead up to 7. It's their largest for STFX. Tigers looking for some resolve here at the end of the first half. Husbands Brown sprays it into the corner. He'll get it back. 3-pointer. It's good. An important shot for Lydell Husbands Brown and the Tigers.
And 22 left on the clock here in the first half. They'll look for the last shot, X.
A difference of 1 second on the shot clock, game clock. Armstrong, blow by on Murphy. Banks it in, plus the harm. So a close out that was very slow by Murphy. Armstrong took advantage of it. Got by him. Draws the contact. Now Armstrong will go to the line to complete the 3-point play.
That's too easy for Armstrong to get around that first defender and force that Riard to come across late.
And he'll complete the 3-point play.
7 seconds. He's going to have to look for a shot.
Husbands Brown gets inside, and he's fouled, and Husbands Brown will shoot 2 free throws.
It'll be 1.5 on the clock left after these free throws.
So Tarek Armstrong will pick up personal. That was an explosive move by Husbands Brown.
Yeah. Strong move to the hoop, and I'd love to see that a little bit more from him.
You can go both ways in regards to getting to the paint. Likes to go right, but also can finish with the left hand. Naturally a left-hander. As you can see, he'll shoot these free throws with a strong hand.
I think, plus if he was to maybe attack the basket off the dribble a little bit more, that might open up some of the corner shots for the Stewart boys.
And Lydell will go 1 for 2. Riard kept it alive. Turnaround, it will count if it goes, but it won't. So the Tigers trail the X-Men by 6 at the half. We're back with the Under Armour halftime report. Stay with us. You're watching Tigers basketball on AUS TV. Rooney, assistant coach of St. Francis Xavier. You lead at 6 points at the half. Your impressions of the first 20?
Gritty, low scoring first half for us. Next man up mentality for us. 3 freshmen starting. So having a 6-point lead, you can't really ask for much better than that. We're doing our job. The young guys are coming in and doing exactly what they're asked of.
Yes, no DJ Jackson tonight. 25 points left off the board, and Gandu not able to go as well. In regards to adjustments, Dalhousie really looking to get into the open floor and score points in transition.
Yeah, no, they're playing a lot smaller, right? Like they're playing both Stewarts and Rier, Husbands. They're just keeping them small, and they want to run, right? That keeps us from being able to play with our bigs as much as we want to. And we just have to keep adjusting. But we don't mind the track meet right now. Like we like to get up and down a little bit. We don't want to play in the half court. So if that's how they want to play, it's great. But when they want to slow us down with that zone, that's what we have to really get good at executing and tic-tac-toeing around it.
And what will be the margins in winning the victory tonight?
Win's a win, right? If we can just continue to do what we do and get that win on the board, I mean, at the end of the year, no one's looking back and saying, oh, what did your wins look like, right? So for us to be able to continue doing our job like we are right now, I think we'll be able to continue and take it. But it has to be continuing to stay to the scout and just being aware of what they're trying to do. Because if we start to slip on that, there's too many good shooters on the other side for them to really be able to close that gap and run out on us.
Thanks for this, Coach Rooney. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Assistant Coach Will Rooney of the St. Francis Xavier X-Men. They lead at the half by 6. We're back after these messages. Stay with us. You're watching Tigers basketball on AUS TV.
All right, welcome back. Here we are with assistant coach Mike Berry, the Dalhousie Tigers. Mike, I only have time for one question. How do you stop the offensive rebounding of St. FX?
That's a great question. I wish I had a perfect answer for you, but we just have to be more physical.
Well, you must have a plan. What is
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about positioning in there, and we, changing up our defense, trying to be in a better position. But it just comes down to we have to be more physical. We're letting a team just be a lot more physical with us, and we're not responding well. So
yeah, if you solve that, I think you've got a good chance.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much, and we'll be back in a minute with the start of the second half.
Thanks, Pat.
Back in Halifax here. Third period upon us, alongside Pat Nair and Vince Williams on hand. Tigers trailing the X-Men by 6. They will have possession of the basketball here in the third. The original lineup, starting lineup that is, out there for Rick Plato. It's Caleb Stewart, Riley Stewart, Lydell Husbands Brown, Isaiah Graham Roach, and Spencer Riar. And Graham Roach goes right inside on Webley. Webley, step for step, Isaiah powers it up and in. And St. FX will counter with their own starting lineup, their original. Thomas, Frame, Webley, Nair, and their rebounding machine, Phoenix Wise. 13 rebounds and 10 points.
That's a season for some people.
And that's an entire game, 40 minutes. That double-double. Frame picks it off. Nice anticipation. He'll throw it up to Wise. That's out of his reach.
Tigers got to keep control of that ball.
Maybe a little ambitious on that pass by Frame. And Isaiah Graham Roach with a quick 4 points.
Yeah, we haven't seen that from him yet this year, but that looks like a nice addition on this starting lineup here for the second half.
Cuts the lead to 2. A 4-0 run to start this third period. Nicholas Nairn spins inside, drops it off to Thomas. He has nowhere to go. Frame three-pointer had a good look. Great closeout by Husbands Brown. And do we have a foul here?
Wow.
I believe we do. It looked like they were trying to block out Phoenix-wise. So Isaiah Graham Roach.
Ball going out of bounds. Not really needed that foul, I don't think.
Frayne will inbound. Here's Wise. Gets inside. Tough take and finish by Phoenix Wise. 12 points for the freshman, and the meter's still running. Riard, handoff to Riley Stewart. Bangs his way inside, kicks it out to Graham Roach. Strong on the jumper, but is chased down by Husbands Brown. Lydell looking for a screen from Graham Roach. He'll whip it into the corner. Here's Riley Stewart trying to bang down low on Frame. And he takes the smaller man and banks it off the glass.
Yeah,
that's what we need a little bit more.
Yeah.
Taking
and that's
advantage.
the mismatch. Good for him to go to that mismatch.
Phoenix Wise gets inside and he's fouled. A bewildered Husbands Brown. So Isaiah Graham Roach has 4 personals with 7:47 remaining here in the third. And that's a quick decision, a no-brainer for Rick Plato as Jaden Parker comes in.
Parsons coming in, he's just as good. Got the big leaps, good rebounder.
And he'll be called for the hold on the inbound as Coat Thomas able to go back door on him.
Coach Plato is showing a lot of restraint. That's 3 straight against the Tigers. And now a 5-second call.
Man, that was a quick 5-second call.
That's what you call a makeup.
That was quick.
That was a quick 5-second call.
So nonetheless, the Tigers looking to take advantage of that. Riard drops it off to Parker, and he almost catches Nair in a poster.
Parker was going for the two-handed flush.
Taking it strong. So Jaden Parker will shoot 2. Parker, a 25% free throw shooter on the season.
He's been working. He's been working in the gym on that. Looks pretty smooth.
Got that one to sneak over the rim. And he'll go 1 for 2. It is the junior from Milton, Ontario. A 1-point game. Here's Frame. Turns the corner. Sprays it into the corner to Nair. Nair cut off by Caleb Stewart. Wise knifes his way inside. Just tries a sure power move. Playing off 2 feet is this freshman Phoenix Wise. It will stay with STFX. 6 on the shot clock. And he'll inbound baseline. Frame gets inside. Strong move by Owen Frame.
Didn't look like a freshman there.
Lead back up to 3, and they want it the and 1, the entire bench for the X-Men. Parker being left wide open. Lewis gathers. Husbands Brown for the tie. That won't fall. Frame with the rebound. Here's Frame. Inside out dribble, 3-pointer on the way. Won't go, chased down by Parker. They have numbers in transition. And Stewart will lay it up and in.
Beautiful, smooth transition hoop. Now they got to play transition defense.
Wise goes strong. Wanted the contact, didn't get the whistle. Caleb Stewart, 3-pointer, steps into one. He'll knock it down.
That's a huge catch and shoot couldn't have got his feet under him any better.
Tigers by 2. So Dalhousie looking to get up and down the floor. Turn this one into a track meet. Great hustle by Frayne and Husbands Brown. He'll draw the foul on the freshman. As Armstrong and Pennell will come in for STFX. James Murphy getting second half minutes for Dalhousie. He'll check into the game.
And Coach Plato showing some faith in Murphy, putting him in. This is a key part of the game here.
As Caleb Stewart will exit the game. Wise and Frayne will sit down for STFX. Husbands Brown. Murphy looking for Riar off the screen, and that's not a good pass by Murphy. Armstrong loses the handle. Last touch by the Tigers.
Yeah, Murphy throwing that inside and high-low. Not a good pass for him.
Lewis now looking for Pennell. Pennell off the screen. Picked up by Parker. Now Nair will try to attack Murphy, and he blows by him and lays it up and in. And this will be a struggle on the perimeter for James Murphy. He's got to stay in front.
Yeah. And not your strongest, biggest guy yet.
Three-pointer by Riley Stewart. Pennell with the rebound. STFX looking to take the lead on this possession. Here's Pennell. He'll turn the corner on Riar. Hesitates, draws the double. Thomas wide open for three, and he throws up the air ball. Armstrong, after kept alive by Lewis, but he'll smoke the layup. Stewart for three. That'll rim out. Ambitious three-pointer in transition by Riley Stewart.
I think the Tigers have done a slightly better job on the boards, limiting STFX to just a couple offensive rebounds.
Here's Armstrong. Armstrong gets inside and lays it up and in. Silky smooth move by Tarek Armstrong.
Very, very good move. And up against 3 DAL defenders and scoring.
Lead back up to 2 for STFX. Husbands Brown sprays it out. He'll get it back. Now he'll attack. Spins in the lane. Parker loses the handle. As Parker wanted Husbands Brown to continue to the rim. So Gio Agiyama will come in. Caleb Stewart will also come back for the Tigers.
Stay there. KT, set it.
Gemma picking up number 6 Wise.
Here's Pennell in the corner. Spins in the lanes, in the trouble. No trouble for Matt Pennell as he goes up and over 2 trees in the paint on that spin move. Here's Husbands Brown. He's cut off by Armstrong. Picks up his dribble. Parker's got to shoot that shot as Lewis is just waiting in the paint and an offensive foul away from the ball. So Caleb Stewart will be called for the foul. Rick Plato has seen enough. He'll call timeout with 3:42 remaining here in the third, trailing by 4.
Yes, Plato showing good restraint. He hasn't been done any favors tonight by the referees. But I think the referees have got most of it right.
Tigers trailing by 4, shooting at 40% from the floor, 16 made field goals on 40 attempts. They're 4 of 16 from downtown and 10 of 16 from the free throw line. STFX 19 made field goals on 49 attempts. That's good for 39%. But they are struggling from beyond the arc, but they're really taking it inside. They're 1 of 16 from downtown, 11 of 18 from the free throw line. We talked about the shooting percentages from beyond the arc. STFX came into this game shooting at 38% from downtown. They were 10 for 41 on Wednesday night, and St. Dalhousie with 38%. 29% from three-point range. A lot of numbers being thrown around. They were 8 for 18 from downtown.
I don't think this statistically has been a really fantastic game for Dalhousie. Having said that, they're only down 4.
And this is the type of game that they're looking to win, this type of muck-up type game.
Right.
87 points per game, STFX has been averaging in the first three games of the season.
And if you're going to beat STFX, you need to keep their offensive efficiency down, and the Tigers have. The question is, can the Tigers boost their offensive efficiency enough to take the lead?
And a huge cog in the wheel not going tonight is DJ Jackson. He is the X factor. Excuse him, in the pun. 25 points per game. That leads the conference. Strong move by Wise. He takes it right to Austin Thompson, and Thompson got the worst of that exchange.
He sure did. Took a heavy contact in the thigh.
And that's a strong move by the freshman. So Phoenix Wise will shoot 2. And 12 points in that victory. Strong on the first. And he'll knock down the second. So Lewis will check out. Jaden Webley's back in there for the X-Men. Here's Ukiah Best for the Tigers. Ajuma tried to turn the corner. He's cut off. Riar sprayed into the corner. Best for 3. That's good.
And that's the kind of shooting that Dalhousie's going to need to get back into this.
Down by 2 are the Tigers with just over 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Here's Wise. Thompson on the close on Armstrong. He'll spray it out to Pennell for 3. Wide open, and Matt Pennell rattles it in.
You can't leave Pennell that wide open. He will knock those threes down all night.
Good driving kick there by Tarek Armstrong. Nice drop off, but Thompson smokes the layup, but Caleb Stewart, who started it all, will get it, and he'll bank it home.
And a rare offensive rebound by Dalhousie pays off.
Here's Armstrong. Thomas gets inside. He'll lay it up with the finger roll.
Athletic move.
You can see he didn't want anything to do with that three-point shot. The last one he threw up was an air ball. Best now. Riar looking to go inside. Thompson elects to hand it off to Caleb Stewart for the jumper. That won't go. Ajima in a battle off the ball with Pennell. Try to keep it alive. Now Pennell will walk it up over the timeline. Armstrong. Pull up. Got it.
X hitting those crucial shots.
Lead back up to 7. Best. Backdoor Ajima. And Gio can't handle the pass. So Tigers just trying to hold on and stay within at least single digits entering the fourth.
Yeah, I think Coach Plato's really going to have to shorten his bench in the fourth quarter. He's going to have to keep those starters working minutes in the fourth quarter in order to make a run at the X-Men.
So George Julius will come in. Dimitri, some quality minutes in the first half for the Tigers. Let's see if he can provide a spark here at the end of the quarter. Armstrong, who's been strong here in the third. Retreat dribble off the double team. Nair, back door to Thomas, and Thomas lays it up and over George Julius. That's a strong take by Coat Thomas. Here's Best. Best has got to go to work. Pennell, great hustle, and that'll get it down to 1 second on the shot clock. But what outstanding defense on the ball by Matt Pennell.
It's a catch-and-shoot situation.
So Riard will trigger the inbound. Try to throw this towards the rim. Ajima gets it off in time. Another rebound for Wise. Here's Thomas. Thomas spins. This time he can't finish. Now Best. Best will draw the double. Fancy dribbling there by Best. Ajima picks up his dribble. Floater not there, but the putback is tapped in by Austin Thompson, and they needed it.
Nice offensive rebound by Thompson.
7-point lead. STFX will hold for the last shot. Armstrong. Tigers don't have any fouls to give. Peno three-pointer will count if it goes. Good close by Best. And the Tigers will trail after 3 quarters completed. We're back after these messages. Stay with us. You're watching Tigers basketball on AUS TV.
November 11th.
Get ready, basketball fans. The 2026 Bell AUS Basketball Championships presented by G-Series are coming to the Scotiabank Center in Halifax, February 20th to the 22nd. Be there as the best in the AUS men's and women's basketball battle it out for the conference titles and a trip to nationals. Ticket packages are on sale now. Visit aushoops.ca for full event and ticket information. Tigers trailing it by 7. Alongside Pat Naring, Vince Williams on hand. And Pat, Tigers, they wavered a little bit in that third period towards the end, but they stayed strong. They had some plays that kept them within striking distance. And if you're having, if the Tigers have a chance to win this game, they got to continue to rebound the basketball and keep STFX off the offensive glass.
Yeah, they saw a little light at the end of the tunnel. Thompson had 2 good offensive rebound putbacks. And they need to continue to build on that, and they need to make it looks like STFX are so quick with the ball that the Tigers have been very difficult for them to get defenders in front of them and slow them down.
Caleb Stewart, the only Tiger in double digits, 14 points on 5 of 9 shooting, 2 for 4 from downtown. STFX on the other side, 3 players in double digits. Phoenix Wise leading the way with 13. Frayne, the freshman, with 11, and Tarek Armstrong, the aforementioned Armstrong, with the ball now as STFX will start with possession here, has 11 too. Nice backdoor cut by Wise, and he's fouled, and if this is on Graham Roach, he is done for the evening.
Yeah, that's it for him.
So Isaiah Graham Roach, the freshman from Montreal.
I imagine we'll see Thompson come in. No, Christie.
So Christie will be summoned into this game. Phoenix Wise can't. And we'll have a conference here with the 3 officials. Matt Boyle, the crew chief. As that first free throw attempt was interrupted by the substitution horn.
But horn doesn't stop the game.
Well, apparently it does. Because he's
whistle stops the game.
Well, Matt Boyle is elected to give
good sportsmanship
2 free throws. And you'll probably have a conversation about that with Matt Boyle after this one. Knocks down both. Is Phoenix Wise. 9-point lead for STFX. Here's Christie. Nice blast cut there by Riley Stewart. Elected not to shoot. Had some time and space. Now Riard's got to get busy on Thomas. And he goes right into the face of Coat Thomas. He'll draw the foul. Is Spencer Riard, and he'll shoot 2. So a strong move by Spencer Riard.
Smart move by Riard to draw that foul, get himself to the line. Good free throw shooter.
90% free throw shooter. And the junior from Beaconsfield, Quebec, knocks down both. Here's Frayne. Frayne back in there as Riard will be called for the foul. That'll be his third.
Tigers are making a lot of executional mistakes here defensively. Going to give St. FX a chance to get on that bonus situation.
Christie almost steals the inbound.
Hey, Nick!
Shot clock winding down under 10. Frayne gets inside. Thomas can't handle the pass, and that'll be a jump ball. Is it a shot clock violation?
Jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. So possession did go. So Peno will come in. Wise will check out. The arrow favoring the Tigers. Husbands Brown back out there for the Tigers. And you said Rick Plato's got to shorten the bench here in the fourth and rely on their starting unit. Needing heavy minutes in production now. It's been a quiet night for Riley Stewart. His brother, Caleb, though, has been good. Riard, and a nice backdoor cut.
What a great pass by Husbands Brown.
Husbands Brown with the heads-up pass, but even better move without the basketball on that read and react offense, and Spencer Riard. Here's Peno. Nair, knifes inside, left the finger roll short.
And Dalhousie finally able to get some defenders in front of those ball carriers.
Good idea, but poor execution on that run-out. His Husbands Brown tried to find Riard in transition. Here's Frayne. Frayne waiting, he'll look for a screen. He'll turn the corner. Gets inside as Owen Frayne lays it up and in. Explosive move by Frayne. Riard now will try to go to work in the corner. Bangs his way inside. That won't go. Thomas with the rebound.
Made good space with his shoulders. Wasn't able to finish.
Set it! Nick, set it! Nick, set it!
Frayne looking for the screen. He won't use it. He'll spin inside. He'll drop it off to Thomas. Cutting back door. Look out Armstrong for three. Splash. Tarek Armstrong got loose. He's got 14, and that was an important three-pointer. Riard with the answer. It won't fall. Now Armstrong, 1-on-3. Gets inside, and he powers it up and in, and Tarek Armstrong has forced Rick Plato. They call a timeout.
And we get a technical foul. Or no, timeout, I guess. Or I don't know if he called the technical foul on the ball slam.
I don't believe they did. Armstrong, the 6'1 junior from London, Ontario, a one-man band. 1-on-3, didn't matter. Knocked down a three-pointer on the great swing on that half-court set, and then he attacked downhill, said, hey, I'm just going to do it myself.
And if you look at, the overall body of work of St. FX, I think you have to single out Frayne, especially here in the second half. Handling of the ball and his ability to get downhill. He's scoring, he's shooting, his passes are right on. He's been a very good player as a freshman for the X-Men here tonight.
13 points on 5 of 14 shooting is Owen Frayne. Struggling from three-point range is this sharpshooter. 1 of 7 from downtown. As you mentioned, though, the 6 assists and 4 rebounds. St. FX starts 3 freshmen tonight, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember the last time that they started 3 freshmen in a game in Tyrell Vernon's tenure. He's only in his 5th year, but I can't remember him starting 3 freshmen in any type of game.
Well,
let alone a regular
and to
season
see
game.
3 freshmen execute the way these guys have done it, very impressive.
Armstrong has been outstanding off the bench, 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting. He's got a rebound and 4 assists. Phoenix Wise has been a beast on the boards, 15 points and 15 rebounds. But the Tigers still have some time, under 7 minutes to go in regulation. They just need to chip away, need to execute on both ends of the floor. I know it sounds easy, but they got to do it. And that's a strong move by Caleb Stewart, who has been leading the way offensively. 14 points now for Stewart.
Again. Roll, Nick.
Here's Frayne. Backdoor to Thomas, and that's knocked out of bounds by Riley Stewart.
Frayne has a beautiful inside spin move that's got him so much room for shots and passes.
Thomas now. Frayne. Jumper not there. Nair with the rebound.
Offensive rebound.
Thomas, nice catch and a two-handed finish. Strong move and another second chance opportunity comes back to bite the Tigers. That is offensive rebound number 15 as Husbands Brown will draw the contact on Armstrong. So things starting to come a little unglued right now here for the Tigers, Pat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And you can see the frustration on the last time out. Hudson's Brown slamming the ball to the floor. He's got a lot on his shoulders here. And he's not getting a huge amount of support from his teammates right now.
He'll miss both. Opportunity to cut into this 12-point lead. Here's Nair. Turns the corner on Riar. Snipes inside, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice move, baseline swing. There it is, and a foul.
So 2 free throws coming up after they clean up that spill on aisle number 6.
67% free throw shooter.
So a couple free throws here for Nicholas. Knocks down the first. A small lineup on the floor right now for Tyrell Vernon.
Yeah, you got a real nice mix of veteran and rookie, and none more impressive than number 0, Frayne.
Wise will come in. Ukiah Best counters for Dalhousie. And it looks like Coat Thomas will have to play the center position. Best. Thompson. Riley Stewart for 3, won't go. And Stewart's struggles continue here. Here's Armstrong. Lots of confidence right now for STFX. Armstrong, the former standout for the University of King's College Blue Devils. Wise bumped inside. He might have too many steps. It looked like he was traveling.
One pivot too many.
Yeah, he picked up that pivot foot. Tried to play on 2 feet in the paint. An important possession here for the Tigers with just over 5 minutes remaining in regulation.
Yeah, they got to find a way to score some points. And Thompson working dribble off the top of the key is not the way to do it.
Block shot, strong take.
You're getting Thompson to dribble the ball higher than the foul line, not his forte.
Here's Best. Stewart in the corner. Pull up. That'll rim out for Riley Stewart. Frayne will take his time and walk it over the timeline. Peno now will try to go to work. Under 10. Peno spins. And Best comes up with it. Nice catch by Stewart. He'll draw the contact. And Riley will shoot a pair.
And when's the last time you saw Coach Plato sit down with 4 minutes to go in a game? You can feel the momentum just not getting into the Tigers' offense or defense. STFX dangerously close to getting back to their average points scored.
So a timeout on the floor. Tigers trailing 73-59. They need some energy though right now, Pat. It doesn't even matter which end it comes on, but just the STFX right now has sucked all the energy out of the building.
I mean, you look at the leaders, certainly Lydell Husbands-Brown and Briere, but neither one of those guys have been able to elevate their game here in the second half and give the Tigers a chance to make a run and close that lead. But it's not over yet, for sure, and nobody on that team is going to be giving up. And I think right now you have to look at the team and judge them on their effort here, to not so much to score, but see what kind of effort you're going to always play very hard defense. You could be the least skillful player on the floor, but your defense is all about your individual effort and will. And I hope to see that out of the Tigers here to end this game.
Good look at the STFX huddle. Tigers looking for some answers with 4:18 remaining in regulation. It'll be Best, Parker, Thompson, Husbands-Brown, and Riley Stewart who will shoot two. STFX will counter with Thomas, Nair, Wise, Frayne, and Pennell. So this small lineup continuing here, but it's been good. They've been working with it as STFX.
It certainly hasn't hurt them on the rebounding stat.
So a 12-point lead for the X-Men. Full court pressure here. Tigers trying to change their fortunes here. Wise gets into the body, but another offensive rebound, but that's snuffed out by Thompson. Husbands-Brown. Best playing off 2 feet to Parker. Shot clock winding down. Husbands-Brown's got to hurry. Forces up the 3, and that'll be a shot clock violation. STFX doing well, playing defense without fouling.
Yeah, they got on every one of those passes to the shooters. They forced that shooter off his spot, and that gave them the 24-second shot clock violation.
Frayne gets it stripped away from behind by Husbands-Brown. And then Best throws a blind pass in the corner as Husbands-Brown was waiting for it at the 45.
That sort of sums up the night the Tigers have had. Good defense, get the execution up defensively, and then throw the ball away.
Here's Armstrong, who's been a difference. Nair, and he's fouled by Thompson. Austin not giving up that easy deuce. So he'll force Nair to knock down a couple free throws and earn it from the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have loved to have had that slam dunk. A real momentum builder for the X-Men.
He'll go 1 for 2. Best now. Stewart. gets his own rebound. He's fouled, and Riley Stewart will shoot too.
Foul on Wise, I believe.
Looks like they give it to Armstrong. That'll be his third. Riley knocks down the first. And he knocks down the second. So some life here for the Tigers.
Tigers go to a half-court zone press.
Armstrong, Coat, and blows the dunk.
On the floor.
Armstrong fouled Coat going back door, and he is a high flyer, this Coat Thomas, but he can't put down the two-hander.
Yeah, great if that comes off, but when you bounce that dunk, not as impressive.
But you got to get that rebound.
Phoenix to the 4. Nick.
STFX doing an outstanding job on the offensive glass. Frayne trying to come off a couple screens. He's denied. Gets it back, and he'll dial up the three-pointer, and that's a big one for Owen Frayne, who struggled most of the night from that distance. Only his second three-pointer of the game, and it's an important one. Best cut off by Thomas. Parker spins inside, and Jaden lays it up and in.
Frayne has been so impressive as every aspect of his game has been good. I don't think he's come off the floor here in the second half. He deserves to be out there for every minute.
16 points for Frayne, 6 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 8 from three-point range. That won't fall for Armstrong, who also has 16 points. That's only his third miss. Thompson, spin move in the lane, will lay it up and in. And STFX will call a timeout as the Tigers cut the lead to 10 with exactly 2 minutes remaining in regulation.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of a momentum boost for the Tigers. They really need now to execute defensively and keep running that ball at the STFX basket. They need to go hard to the basket, commit to it, get to the line, get some points when the clock is stopped. But they're going to need to execute defensively now off this timeout.
So the Tigers trailing by 10, and let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Dalhousie. After tonight's game, they will head out on the road. Their first trip on the Rock, when they'll take on Memorial University on the 7th and the 8th. And those games are all very hard to win going over to the Rock in Newfoundland. And then they'll return to take on their crosstown rivals on the 14th at the Homburg Center, taking on the St. Mary's Huskies. So
that's
a couple, 3 games on the road coming up for Dalhousie.
That's a tough 3-game mix. You're going to fly, your 12 players to St. John. Never easy to play there. Almost every, except St. Mary's, every trip is a tough one for the Tigers. Always hard to go to somebody else's barn and pick up a W.
Tigers 1-2 on the season. They're 1-0 here at home, knocking off Acadia. Last time we saw them here at the field house. But they're in tough with the 3-0. X-Men trying to stay perfect on the season without their all-Canadian DJ Jackson not able to go tonight.
Which is impressive in itself, but looks like they've got some pretty good young players on the team that can step up, and certainly tonight did step up.
It's been scoring by committee tonight for STFX. 4 players in double digits. Nair's got 12, Wise 15, and Armstrong and Frayne, as mentioned, has 16 apiece. Balance attack tonight for STFX. Here's Nair, cut off by Thompson. Shot clock winding down. He'll give it to Armstrong. Armstrong going to work on Husbands Brown. Gets inside, lays it up and in. Standing attack off the bounce by Tarek Armstrong.
And he didn't have much room, but he made it.
Tigers looking for answers here on the offensive end. Who will it be? Thompson gets his man in the air and lays it up and in. Great patience by Austin.
And that's a better place for him to be catching the ball, down in that low post position.
Can't trade back buckets though right now if you're the Tigers.
Relax.
Need a stop.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
And they will work it right down to the very end on this possession. Is STFX. Frame drops it off, and Wise lays it up and in, hiding in that dunker spot. Best pull up. Got it.
Like to see a little bit more of Best taking those kind of shots.
Under a minute to go.
Relax.
The freshman holding it. But they'll pull it out. And Parker has to foul as the Tigers are over the limit now with 37.2 remaining in regulation. As the freshman Owen Frayne will shoot 2 out of this timeout.
And yeah, timeout, down 10, 1 minute to go. Better be a special timeout.
So the Tigers with some work to do. We mentioned that balanced attack tonight for STFX. Came into this game averaging 87 points per game, and they're 6 points off their season average. Dalhousie right at their average of 70 points per game with 71. So Dalhousie looking for answers, Pat. So am I, and so are you. But the season's young. Rick Plato will get these guys in order. But it's a very tough road trip coming up.
Ooh.
And, I mean, it's kind of early, but these type of tests will tell you what type of team you have and what you're made of.
And let's see what kind of defensive effort the Tigers can put out here in the second half, in the last 37 seconds of the game.
Frayne with ice water in his veins, and you have been impressed by this freshman.
Oh, big time.
He'll go 1 for 2. The 6-foot freshman from Cambridge, Ontario. Parker to the rim. That'll rim out. Thompson try to keep it alive. Nair with a rebound. Now Armstrong. Good pressure by the Tigers. Armstrong gets it over, but Thompson has no choice but to foul Tarek Armstrong. And I think where the things changed in this game was in that third period and the play of Tarek Armstrong on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, for sure. And really, if you look at the keys to the game that we had at the beginning for the Tigers' offensive execution, not so much. Defend shooters. They did an all right job in defending the shooters, limiting turnovers. And I'm going to put offensive rebounds almost in that limiting turnovers category. That's where they really needed to change the way that came.
So Tarek Armstrong with 19 points. Best knocks down the 3. Maybe a little too late here for Dalhousie, as Tarek Armstrong will hand it over the Frayne, and STFX will remain perfect on the season. They defeat the Tigers 83-74.
So good luck to the Tigers now as they head off to the Rock next weekend. There are 2 tough games, and then not back here, but another road game at St. Mary's.
Right. So that'll wrap it up here at the Fieldhouse. For Andrew Pickup, Pat Nearing, I'm Vince Williams saying thank you for watching Tigers basketball. Good night and so long from Halifax.